Good afternoon, respected chairperson, respected coordinator ma'am, and all my fellow researchers. Today, on behalf of my team, I am presenting the paper titled An AI-powered adaptive learning platform for learners with neurological development disorders. My paper ID is ICNDLU19. So, now let's start with what is neurodevelopmental disorders. Neurodevelopmental disorder is such as ADHD, dyslexia, dysgraphia, and more such disorders that significantly affect the student's growth perspective and their learning overall. Now, traditional classrooms often fail to support such diverse learning, as traditional classrooms focus on linear study materials. But students with neurodevelopment disorder require non-linear, multi-directional learning supports. So our research introduces an AI-powered adaptive learning platform, both as a software as well as an AI robotic platform to support such students with all their diverse needs. Now, as we know, Society 5.0 is a way of projecting the future needs using technology and digitalization. So, our project is completely suitable and applicable for the same. We are aiming to support a mass number of students who fail to achieve what they want just because of some or the other neurodevelopmental conditions. Moving forward, as stated in the literature review, we are using multiple directionals to focus on a single child, being it facial recognitions for their overall attendance. So, as a model, we track how a child is behaving through the software as well as a desk robot. Now, we are using CNN-based system to demonstrate high classification accuracy, generative AI and small language models, tools to integrate reasoning. All of this is combined into one single software. As well, we are using IoT-based robotic assistants so that a child is free in all matters. Moving ahead, our proposed system has two main ways. One, AI intelligent code, which is a software as well as the overall code of the both desk robot and the software. It uses multiple components to combine together to make one single proper assisted function. Then we have a desk robot, which is a combination of multiple hardware softwares which will combine into a single platform for the students. Now, let me explain what our software as well as our robot will do. Our software will have multiple sections which is divided into note making, simplification of text, then recording a person's health, students. As a neurodevelopment disordered child myself, I have learning disability. I have a continuous habit of moving from left to right or getting distracted in between. My software will notice all my movement. It will check whether I am getting certain attacks or I am not able to concentrate. It will give certain pop-ups. It will help me suggest. It will help me calm down. So this is all over my software will do. Now, as a student, I am not always ready to understand how to study through a non-dynamic platform. This will help me to study using multiple dynamic resources. The desk robot will perform all these functions. Additionally, it will help me guide myself throughout. Through its movements, then we have an OLDC, which will blink its eyes, show some emotions, which will help me understand how the process is going. Moving forward, we have data sets from multiple sources because we are using multiple platforms such as facial recognition, video calls, behavioral temperature. Also, our main data set to train sorry for the disturbance. So, our main data set is also derived from Sion Hospital, where there is a different cell who completely treats neurodevelopmental disorder students. I myself have been treated from them. Treatment is a really wrong term for all this. Now, let's come over to our results. Our result is basically one's condition-wise population coverage gap and individual components and their collective impacts on the students. Starting with condition-wise population and coverage gap, here you can see the total number of population who are going through such conditions and what we propose as a beneficiary gap. And therefore, it is a huge number of success from our end. After we completely establish the software as well as the hardware system, the beneficiaries will go on a really high peak, which will help a lot of students who are still at an outlined source from what they have to achieve. Now, moving ahead, we have an individual component and their collective impact on the student. So, how we have used multiple softwares, AI models, their primary functions, hardware, and what is their accuracy is overall concluded over here. Now, all this data have been derived through proper mathematical calculations as we have covered forward. Now, this is a really important topic for neurodevelopmental disorders, as neurodevelopment disorder students are now being excluded from the mainstream because of. Okay. So I would just like to conclude by stating that we have proudly developed an integrated AI plus IoT-based adaptive learning ecosystem, which is helpful for the student in all manners. Thank you, sir.
Your topic is very interesting. My question to you will be, is the system developed in collaboration with any psychologist or some spatial educators?
Yes, sir. So for this, as I had stated earlier also, we went to Sion Hospital. Sion Hospital has a special cell which is only for students with neurodevelopment disorder. So we got some of our data from there, and we are also receiving more data as we move ahead with the collaboration, and there are psychiatrists who treat over there. So we try to communicate with them and get the resources what we want and which we can implement through our project.
Okay, good. Second question to you. I wanted to know, how do you measure the improvement in academic performance or the cognitive performance?
So sir, the normal measurement for any student is according to their marks as what we see. But for neurodevelopment disorder students, the measurement completely changes, because students with such disorders usually have other parameters which are completely focused by their psychologists or special educators as we say. But hiring a special educator all the time is not feasible for everyone. So through the guidance of such special educators, there are certain parameters, but those parameters are different for different disorders. Like for ADHD, there is a different parameter. For learning disability, there is a different parameter. So we have to get guidance from the educator. With that educator, we specify our ranges of accuracy, and then we conclude the accuracy.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.